What up, my freaks? Ruinous Insight here with part 16, I think, of my Total Warhammer II modded Count Noctilus campaign. So as we saw last time, Silostra Dirfan is doing very, very well for herself. I mean, look at all these pirate coves she's set up all around Ulthuan, and she's got plenty more to go with regards to possibly Norska, maybe we'll take Albion. There's a lot of stuff for her to do. In the meantime, in the south, we are also doing a fairly decent job at kicking the lizards out of Lustria. We've taken a good portion of the, I'd say about half of Lustria itself, and are joining up with the Hunts Marshal here with regards to our borders. Now, he'll probably eventually declare war on us, and that's all right, but by then Noctilus will have left here and have left that matter, or settling that matter to Harkin and possibly one of the legendary admirals if we can get one going. We've also got that increased research going, so the admiral's astrolabes is now down to 2 turns and the salvage crews are down to 3, so all this stuff will be available sooner rather than later, which I'm pretty excited about as well. So just got to keep an eye on that. We got 5 more turns of the Maelstrom's power. Very, very nice. Alrighty, so what do we want to do this particular turn? I mean, I wasn't gonna build Moonraker for the extra 10%, but I think we are, because Noctis needs to move through all this and take it while Harkin is busy. I'm curious to see whether Gorok is going to attack Harkin. This would be a fairly nice battle for him, so I'd be happy if he did, although this army is pretty trash. Oh, he's actually got some damn nice buffs on the skinks. Oh, Gorok went for a skink buffing strategy, eh? That's kind of interesting. Kind of unexpected, but sure, considering he's a Saurus Lord. Oh well. Now, at the end of the last episode, we also were in a siege here at Tora Carr. Now, this says it's going to be a Pyrrhic victory, which tells me that it's most likely worth fighting. I guess, you know what, this is quite a bit better in terms of the garrison than we have faced in the past, so maybe we'll make this a cinematic battle. I'm going to fight it cinematically. If it's way too easy, then I'll just uncinematicize it, but we'll find out. Let's get to it. Alright, so full disclosure about this battle, it didn't go quite the way I wanted, in the sense that it was very, very easy, and I was trying to figure out whether I wanted to make it a cinematic battle or not. And then I ended up fighting. This is not that fight. You guys will see the results of that fight at the end of this, because I went back to this and fought it again later, for the reason that I decided to make it a cinematic battle because I thought, hey, we might not get ourselves another cinematic battle, so we might as well make one here, right? Then This battle turned out to be so easy, I completely forgot that I was going to make it a cinematic battle, and thus didn't comment over it while fighting it. So then what happened was the battle that came up after this one, which, well, spoiler alert, turned out to be really, really good, like unexpectedly good, and I got so excited about fighting that battle that I completely forgot about this one, and ended up not commenting over it. So now I'm going back and fighting it again, in non-cinematic style, just basic style, because it was so incredibly easy. Once again, I'm going to try to fight this in the exact same way that I fought it before, but I do want to point out that this is not quite the same battle. And I will probably do worse here, because I'm just going to try to speed through this, because I've already fought it, and I don't really want to fight it again. And yes, but you guys will see the results at the final screen of the original time I fought this, not this time. But hopefully it'll be roughly about the same. Start deployment, and let's get to it. Alright, all of you attack. Boarding. Whoa, okay, this is already completely... Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 what the hell? Okay, this is already completely different than what I had fought. Oh, that's very interesting. Huh, the dragons didn't do this, the flyers didn't do this. This is bizarre. Huh, I wonder why they did it this time. Alright, well, I'm not complaining. At least it'll make for a slightly different battle here. You do not want to fight this dragon. It has fiery attacks, but not magical. Alrighty, well, very interesting. But this is going to get their elite units all killed, which is probably a bad thing. Oh well. You know what? We can also get some more goals in. Oh, what? I forgot about you because I was surprised by all these guys. You guys, I'll attack that dragon, I guess. You know what? Sirens, stay here. You want to summon some stuff on top of the dragon, and you guys get off this portion of the battle. Very strange. In fact, you Morngulls, go over here as well. Yeah, so this does turn out to be completely different. So weird. Man, see, if this had happened before, I would have made this a cinematic battle and there wouldn't have been a problem. Damn it. Just because of the uniqueness of this. Oh, game. I don't get you sometimes. Why you gotta mess with me like this? Anyway, the rest of our units are gonna go up the walls and should be able to do this relatively unhindered. The enemy dragon is gonna go down here. Yeah, when I originally fought it, the dragon and all the aerial units stayed back here. We had killed the entire enemy army with basically no issue up to that point, and then came in again, so whatever. Now the dragons die out here, and then they will have no backup, essentially. Oh, good, though. You're probably going to want to max out Invocation of the Heck these Sirens here. Oh, down goes the dragon, and Morngulls, I guess we can group you up. So last time, what happened was, yeah, it was just a simple battering down of the gate, no aerial units to deal with, and I sent in 2 units of Morngulls here, 2 units of Morngulls here, and then the enemy all died with very, very little issue and very little damage to us. I think this time they've already done more damage to us than last time, just by virtue of these Sirens getting hurt, although obviously it doesn't really matter when Sirens get hurt because they heal up a lot. Let's do an overcast Invocation of the Heck, including on these Sirens, which should, I think, yep, it's working on them, beautiful. And then you guys can go all the way over here. The rest of you, go for the gate, please. And let's also turn off all your guard mode. And what are you? Oh, you're some drowned dead? Yeah, you can stay out here, I don't really care. I guess you can climb up the walls, just for fun. Alright. All of you Morngulls, and then what do we have going on over here? Oh, spears this time here. Interesting. Interesting. Alrighty, well, we'll wait for some more Invocations of the Heck, I guess, to heal some of this stuff up, but it won't really matter. And, oh, what the hell are you doing? Huh. Interesting. Alright, everybody kill everything up here. Completely different. You gotta stay out here, please, because you're hurt. Morngulls, there's not enough of you to actually attack the gate, but the gate should go down fairly soon. How are we over here? All of you Sirens gonna attack this. And yeah, move through to surround the Spearmen as best you can. Like so. You're not really afraid of Spearmen anymore, because your stats are pretty nice now. 44-81, pretty damn good, versus the 33-59, and that's with the debuffs. Though, what do we have over here? Sirens on top. The walls are basically unharmed, although I'd like you to get in here so that you stop taking so much missile damage. You two just stay up here. Is that a Phoenix Guard unit? Yeah, I don't really want them to deal with Phoenix Guard, though, because they will take too much damage there. Alrighty, you guys still making it through the gate? You ready to heal anybody up? No, not quite yet, but not to worry. It's just Sirens that are hurt, and they'll regenerate everything. What do we have out here? More white lines. Oh, we've captured the gate. Ironically, I can do the exact same thing I did last time, which is get a couple more goals from here and drive them over to this side instead, if they can get through all this. We'll see. Alrighty, looks like the white lines are charging. Let's see how a bunch of Sirens can handle them. In fact, wait, if one of you could just go around, you know what, one of you could probably chase this unit. There we go. Oh, they're losing a decent amount of HP. Who are you taking damage from? Oh, it's probably the enemy ranged units. Yeah, that's fine. In fact, you guys can all go down from here, except you. You can stay up here and deal with this noble. The rest of you go and attack this. You guys come down here as well. Oh, in fact, they're not really on their gate, are they? If we could capture the gate, it'll speed up this matter. 2 of you Morngulls. Over here, please. Are you guys having a lot of trouble back here? Nah, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. They're not going to be able to kill the Sirens very easily. We can actually even send a couple of these units up here to deal with these units. Yeah. Alrighty, yeah, this turned out to be a lot more interesting this time than it did the first time. So bizarre. And there we go, the gate is captured. Move it on in, and then you guys move it on in as well. Silostra, you can summon some stuff. Let's get you some knights. Let's have them run around and essentially kill those units up there. What do we have out here? A noble? Yeah, sure, why not? Why not? More Sirens taking damage. Cute. And there we go, Knight Summon 1, you can proceed, and Knight Summon 2 right here. You guys, run around and hit these guys in the back. This is exactly what I did last time. Summon the units in here as fast as possible, charge all these units in the back, and that broke them. You do the same thing and help out with there. Alrighty, how are we doing? And yeah, you just stay back there. Who you want to heal this time? Who's the most hurt? I guess this unit. Heal that up and then move into the center of the city. Really, really nice that we have a healer in this army now. It makes this a lot easier. Saurustide, scream and wail and whatever it is you do. You get a cast of magic, although I probably could have used the Kraken Spool on these guys. Ultimately, it doesn't matter that much. In fact, you guys charge this instead. I think one unit of knights should be able to handle this, especially as they're going to charge them in the back. Morgulls help out with this as well. So with the Morgulls and with the knights, yeah. We'll be just fine. You guys, you want to attack this unit of white lines? Morgulls, you can help out with that, and we'll send the Haunter out there as well. There we go. Beautiful. Everybody else, move on in, and there we go. We got more knights charging. Oh, you guys have taken a little bit of damage out here. Interesting. Okay, I guess that's to the white lines who are anti-large after all. But yeah, see, as soon as the knights charged in there, these guys all got ripped apart, and the rest of you Morgulls come in here as well. I don't see why one of you is out there. Going to attack. Already happy with that. Wait, is the enemy Phoenix Guard not really adding anything to this? Weird. What are you doing, Phoenix Guard? Try a little harder. Do we got another heal for anybody? Not yet, but almost. I guess you can I don't even bother chasing. If they come back, they come back. It doesn't matter. Simply because this battle is basically over already. Are you still fighting that noble up there? Okay, fine. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, this unit came back. Alrighty, one of the Sirens can get back and help out with that. Then we can turn off guard mode. In fact, everybody turn off guard mode. It's no longer needed. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! A cast from the enemy Archmage. Huh? They didn't get any good casts going last time I played. I think they did like one. I would have just gone with the original time I played this, but I took it very slow and systematic and ended up taking like no damage, and then that would have been pretty boring here, to be perfectly honest, especially without me saying a word the entire time. You Sirens, go help with the rest of this. In fact, somebody want to surround and kill those, Yeah, you know what, you two. Actually, all of you, just go kill that Archmage. What do we have here? You guys are okay? You've healed up. Lovely. Oh, everybody's dead over here. Let's also send one unit of Sirens to deal with this. But everybody else can dish out more damage. You go in, and the battle should... Oh, I think the chain route should be here any second now. I think those Phoenix Guard are probably the only thing that's still alive here in any meaningful way. You got another cast of heals? Well, you can go up over here. Sirens will heal to full. I guess you guys are the only ones that... Oh, and the Phoenix Guard are out of the picture. And there's the chain route. Huh. Ironically, it... well, perhaps not ironic. I was about to say it actually took this time a lot less time to do this than it did last time. Here we go. Everybody move in here, please. And we should have one more Invocation of Nehek overcast on, well... You know what? Actually, we should probably do this to... Should we do this to the Sirens? Or actually, wait, it doesn't matter. I just realized. Because the result will be the other result. Well, we'll see how... What we can compare the damage, at least. Alrighty, actually, here comes the cut. Watch the numbers change. Alrighty, yeah, that certainly was not all that difficult. I was thinking that maybe since they actually had an additional garrison here, which included an Archmage, so more magic damage, a better garrison with more white lines, and even a Phoenix Guard unit, plus a Sun Dragon, and then 3 units of Great Eagles in the garrison, that they'd be able to dish out more damage, but no, Saurustide absolutely obliterated them, so, oh well. We will sack the place, obviously. 15k damage is very, very nice after all. We can get a lot of stuff. Ooh, and a Book of Ashur. Oh, that's a very nice pickup. Now, the question is, do we have Saurustide carry it? She currently has the Wand of Jet. Let's see, Winds of Magic, Scroll of Leeching, Enemy, no, this doesn't really, Probably should give the Scroll of Leeching to somebody. We could give it to you, Vampire Fleet Captain. Or we could give you the Book of Ashur. I mean, miscast base chance is also quite helpful. You have the ability, the other Trickster Shards. Oh, Wind of Magic Power Reserve additional. Wait, didn't we try to put that on somebody? You can't carry arcane items. You can only carry enchanted items. What about you? Yeah, you're also incapable of using any magic stuff, unfortunately. That's all good. Now you got your... Ooh, let's get you your Rotting Promethean right away so you can at least sort of keep up with Silostra. There we go. Happy with that. Let's get you your level while we're here. You're going for Foe Seeker now, unless I'm mistaken, because you have the stuff that we wanted out of that. Alrighty, back to the decisions regarding the items. We definitely got to put the Book of Ashur on somebody. The thing is, a Noctilus also. What is he holding right now? Because he doesn't have any magical support, so he has to rely on himself and only himself. Oh, he is holding a Book of Ashur. To be honest, also, Luthor Harkin has been kind of struggling with having enough magic. Maybe we give it to him. The thing is right now, Silos... Oh, wait, he can't even use magical items. Wait, really? It's not unlocked when his mind gets restored and he gets the access to the lore of the deeps? Huh. Well, that's disappointing. You'd think that he could still use arcane items. And I mean, yeah, well, okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll give you a Scroll of Leeching to, at the very least, screw around with the enemy and their ability to cast. And then I guess we'll give one of you the Trickster's Shard. Wait, you're the Vampire Fleet Captain of Death. You're the one that is the Vampire, so you need to not miscast. Let's give it to you, then. And then you can have... Do we have another one of those? Oh, we do have another one of those. You know what? Maybe we'll give the other one to the other Vampire Fleet Captain as well. Because, yeah, once again, I'd really prefer not to have to miscast. You can have the Scroll of Leeching then, and then we'll give Harkin the Book of Ashur. Wait. We'll give Silostra the Book of Ashur. Ashur, whatever. Sure, Ashur. You can have the Book of Ashur. And then we can give you another Trickster Shard to prevent you from miscasting. And yeah, I guess we could have probably used the Forbidden Rod, but I guess you could also wink. We could also use the miscast chance reduction, because when we need you to cast the Invocation of the Heck or the Van Hels's Danse Macabre, we don't want you miscasting, right? So that's pretty important. Plus you got the Wind of Death, which we will probably also be overcasting on occasion. And honestly, I prefer the Vampire lore to the lore of the Deeps anyway, so it makes sense to me. Now, you can actually go into raiding and make even more money, or we could heal up a little bit, but honestly, it's so little healing that it probably doesn't matter. Let's keep you raiding here. Do we want to destroy Tora Carr? Do we just want to leave it here? I mean, we could destroy it next turn. Honestly, it doesn't really do anything for us right now. We can just keep moving up here and see what's going on up here. Probably won't run into another army, but it is still a possibility. We'll just have to consider what's going on up there. Just also got to keep an eye on the rest of these guys. Now, everybody else, I believe, has moved, so we just have to decide whether there's anything to be built this turn. What was this? Income from ports, I'll read. Okay, yeah, fine, we'll build that. It's a little bit on the expensive side for what it offers, but an extra 10% income, sure, why not? Galleon's Graveyard, you got upgrades. I do want an extra gunnery white. This doesn't give us all that much, but I do want the extra gunnery white. Is there anything else that we want to get here immediately? We do want to get the increase to the amount of Necrofex Colossi that we can build. We know that we're going to build you. I don't remember what other one building we were going to make here. I mean, we're actually two other buildings, considering we have the Gunnery White building. Do we want the Giant Feeding Cavern to get the bats? We probably should build the Black Powder Depot just to give the Norse Roar ability here. Plus the ammunition when under siege. All of that is going to be helpful. What do you give? You don't actually give much. Well, the attrition to casualties suffered is not too bad. What do you do? Missile resistance 10% for armies in region, eh? And Death Shriek Terrorgeist. We will want to build some deck droppers later on. I do want an army with a bunch of deck droppers. You know what, I still haven't decided. I'm just going to wait on that one then. Let's just build the Dead Pirates Workshop for now to increase our gunnery white capacity. I know that it won't actually increase it until we get the Awakening up and running, but you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. Might as well get some upgrades going. Cannonry Shed. Do we want a Cannonry Shed here? I think we probably want a Cannonry Shed. You can't have too many Cannonry Sheds. Alright, and I believe with that we'll save, or we'll hold on to the next bit of money. Now, you are not actually going to attack this right now. I'm too worried about getting hurt here by Gorok's army, so we're going to leave the siege if he attacks. It really depends. So we're going to actually wait. Ship upgrade available. Oh, Silostra. You know what? Fine. Instead of raiding, maybe we'll upgrade your ship instead. Now, that's expensive, but it's probably worthwhile. So let's do that, and then we can end the turn and proceed. I'm really, really curious to see if Luthor Harkin is going to get himself some battle time. Let's get to it. Settlement besieged, Walatal, Spina Sotek. Yeah, that's this faction destroyed the Exiles of Neheg. Kind of unfortunate as the Tomb Kings are a little bit more likely to like us when we get great power. Or I should say when we get more great power. Not like we have a lot of great power right now. Oh, Gorok actually backed off. You coward, Gorok. What is this? You're not known for being cowardly. You're known for being essentially indestructible. How you doing? Alrighty, what do we have here? Ooh, push ahead versus, is this constant casualty replenishment? No, it's regular casualty replenishment rate. 15. That's a lot of turns. We're gonna push ahead. Always push ahead. Landlubber. No. Let's see. The night sky bleeds purple. That sounds fun. The wind of Shyish is strong, instilling the crew with newfound strength, or newfound vigor and strength. Now is the time for action, for conquest, and for using this magical boon to our advantage. Should we control the seas or turn to our attention to new lands? Seas. Obviously sees. Be at war with the Tyrants of the Black Ocean. Looks like the Tyrants got destroyed, but I do believe that they will return. Be at war with Clan Rictus. Another 15% for... oh, man. And income from raiding plus 100% as well. Damn. Well, we should probably declare war on Clan Rictus temporarily just for this. I mean, even if they sail all the way down here, we're pretty far away. And that's a pretty nice buff. Yeah, let's do that. I don't see why we wouldn't. On the other hand, we could save it until this buff is almost up. Or not this buff, the... ooh, wait, speaking of buffs being almost up. Switch to Salvage Crews, please. Get you built to 1. Ooh, I'm glad I remembered that right then, or else it would have been worse. Alrighty, you're gonna switch to raiding stance right over, I guess, here. We're gonna raid our way through this. We got Tor Anlek to put a cove in. And you can move forward to here. Hopefully we don't run into too many armies. What do we have here in terms of sacking? Oh, not bad. We can sack the Shrine of Cain as well. Sack all this stuff. Gate. Gate is worthless. Especially to us. Just keep going around here. And oh, Avalorn. What you doing down there? I guess Tor Anlek is going to be the last place we cove up. We'll just cove this. We might sack Tor Dranil and Shrine of Cain. But we're not going all the way back down here, and then we'll turn our way to, turn our eyes upon Norska. I suppose we could go to the interior and grab Whitefire, Tor, and Garial, Port Elistor as ports, but do we really need to? Norska's honestly probably more valuable. And I don't want to spend all this extra time here. I think we're good. Alright. Oh, was that 2 Skull Island? Oh my. Okay, no. Silostra, you're going to Tor Anlek, and then you're heading for Skull Island. 3 Skull Islands? What the frickin' hell? Again? Man, Stromfels really does favor Noctis. I have never seen this happen. This happened twice. Do the Vampire Counts have or Vampire Coast have some sort of buff to their faction to increase the number of spawning Skull Reefs? Because I've never seen this happen before. And to happen twice is really kind of bizarre, but hey, not that I'm complaining. Let's see, Wendy. Let's keep you moving. Ooh, whoa. Altdorf. Hello, established pirate code. Wait, are you leveled up? You have been leveled up. Alrighty, how much money are you making, Altdorf? Only 2k, it's actually not that great. Kind of disappointing, actually, but hey, all good. All good, I'm sure we'll find other places. Pirate Cove established. Well done, Wendy. And now you can get... I think you got all the decent stuff up here. Not immortal yet, so I guess you're just going through Retinue Valet just because you can. And then Altdorf, you're going to go into Picaroon's hideout. Picaroon, there you go. Also, I want to just see here. Hero recruit rank, yeah, hero capacity +1 for all heroes. We're going to need to start making some pirates' rests at some point. Maybe we'll do that with Norska. I want the extra gunnery whites. It's an easier way to get a bunch of gunnery whites than it is to build a bunch of gunnery white buildings, so probably should focus on that. Yes, Picaroon's hideout. Alrighty, what else do we have here? Margaret. I believe somebody said in the comments it was just above Lost Plateau. I swear I tried that, but I could also be crazy. Not Luthor Harkin crazy, but still pretty crazy. And okay, once again, you can't dig this turn. All right, well this looks just above Lost Plateau to me. Try it like that, and we'll see. And if that's not it, I'm just gonna give up. Alrighty, Count Noctilus, you are going to, well, you're gonna grab Oixel, but let's first go to the Ogre camp, I guess, because we can. Come on now. How many Mordfangs do we have available already? You know what, let's get a couple Ogre Pistols, why not? I mean, we might never even use these guys, but whatever. So let's take this over. And oh, look, somebody's building an army, isn't that cute? This is not worth fighting. He'll just destroy it all with artillery. It's not worth our time. Occupy the place. And there we go, that should max out this province, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And Oixel, you are now going to build Exotic Animal Market, reduce that construction cost, and you are also going to build a Hanging Noose, or Treant Noose. We're also going to level up ourselves. I mean, we have already leveled up, you know what I mean. You, Noctilus, you are moving through your fighter's abilities to go to Hornswoggle. The question that was left to me here was whether we go for Wild-Eyed, considering your melee attack is quite low, or we go straight for Cutlass, because we could double up on both Cutlass and Master Strike, which will increase our weapon strength quite a bit. We also need to make sure that we get the red line as well, but, you know, we've been doing fine without it thus far. And I still haven't decided what Noctis's final army is going to look like. To be perfectly honest, I'm most likely going to do a bunch of Necrofex Colossi and a bunch of artillery, and we're actually going to probably switch out the gun line to the Vampire Fleet Gunnery Master, the one that will give extra buffs to zombie-powered gunnery mobs. And wait, this does, oh yeah, this does include, so it includes deck gunners to ammunition, but it doesn't include a buff to their missile strength, which is a little bit disappointing. I was hoping for that. Does anything here buff up, yes, you buff up deck droppers, weapon strength plus 20%, although, oh, it's not their missile strength? Oh, come on. But I guess the Fleet Beastmaster is going to be, really? Necrofex Colossus counts as a beast? Well, regardless, the Beastmaster is going to have our flyer army, and, well, we'll figure that out. We still need to... it'll still be a while before we get all these admirals going. What was I doing here? I was going for... I was trying to decide between Wild-Eyed and Cutlass. You know what? Let's get the Cutlass for now. And then we'll figure it out as we go. We'll see how many points we have remaining after all this. It won't be many, that's for sure. But I still do want Hornswoggle for him. Man, we probably... Let's see, wait. 29, 30... And then 36, 37, 38, 39, 40... And then we'll have 1 point remaining, 41. Oh, which means we won't actually be able to get Master Strike. We won't have enough points to get it. And we also won't have enough points to get the rest of this, not even Earthing. I still want to keep Arcane Conduit, though. Oh, man. Yeah, Noctis just does not have enough points. Which tells me that maybe Cutlass is not the way to go, then. Bonus versus infantry plus 8 versus 9 melee attack. And then again, he does have splash attack, and he's not really going to focus on many enemy lords as he currently is. So Cutlass could still be valuable. What do you have here at Masamuni's Pride? We could increase the weapon strength amount here as well. You know what? Let's just go for Cutlass for now, and then we'll try to figure it out. At the very least, because Hornswoggle decreases enemy melee defense, it doesn't really necessitate us getting too much melee attack, or I guess. Alrighty, also, while we're here, I believe there were some naming suggestions that I probably should continue getting in here before I forget. More DACA for you. You're a deck gunner. Boarding crew. Let's get a boarding crew. Okay, I hope I don't get you guys killed. Although I suspect that I will, but you know, it happens. Plank walkers. I didn't name that already, right? Yeah, I don't think I did. Okay. Alright, 2 more. Let's just get over to Silostra here. I don't want to forget these. Alright, you Sirens, you're going to be angry breathing. There we are, and then let's see, Morngul's, things that go bump, you're already named, let's rename you, wait. I can't read my own writing, I'm gonna have to double check that. Okay, you know what, that's good enough for now. Just had to cross those out for a second. Alrighty, let us continue, though time is quickly running out. What do we want to do here? Oh, Sam Nut, you need to, well, now we don't actually need laboratory, so this was a waste. Oh, it's annoying. That is annoying. We don't need laboratory at all, because we will have no more use for research in about 4 turns. Actually, probably more like 6 turns when we lose our additional research rate. But yeah, it's probably pointless to waste our... research on this now. Kind of interesting. I guess we just, we don't bother with it. Oh, damn it, I unselected you. Alrighty, well, you know what? Let's start moving through Blunderbuss. I did want to get this earlier, and we might as well move through it now. It'll reduce some of your stuff, but it's all good. Alrighty, Luthor Harkin, you're going to, well, I guess keep sieging, buddy. Keep sieging. Wait, how long... we probably want to fight on the walls, actually. The boarding crew are fairly good at fighting. 49-49, pretty damn decent. And if we build a few more of these siege engines, what do we... Oh, wait, did I not construct them? Oh, my bad. Yeah, let's do like this. 2 turns here, and then we'll attack. Because we can't kill the enemy with artillery. We have to do it on top of the walls. We have no other choice. Plus, Luthor Harkin can fly up on the walls himself. Also, speaking of Luthor Harkin, you need some damn items. Talisman of Preservation. You know what? We'll put it on you for now, although I'm probably going to give it to Noctilus later. Let's also give you the Gold Sigil Sword because we don't have any other options. You can have Moonshine, I guess, because it's, once again, basically your only option here. Yeah, you're fine. Fine, there you go. Keep it as you are. Let's see. Nobody else needs to move. All right, commandment available. Let's get the growth commandment, Dredge the Sea. And I believe that's it. Alrighty. Oh, and there's nothing to build because we don't have the cash. Oh, Headhunter's Jungle, you're dropping in public order? Is it because of the... Yeah, it's only because of the Conquest. It'll fix itself, not to worry. Northern Great Jungle, you will not, unfortunately, fix yourself, but just stay as you are and try to survive. I wonder if we could get an alliance going with this guy at some point. Wow. He's strength rank 4 overall. I have never seen the Hunts Marshal's expedition do anywhere near this well. They usually get destroyed or just have, like, 3 places. My kind of whoa! Reich Admiral Huchov, what you doing here, buddy? Are you actually moving, or are you just sailing around the galleon's graveyard? Can he attack? I don't know whether he can attack or not. Can he win this fight? I really don't know what's in his army, which has me kind of concerned. I got some Marauder Champions and Halberdiers, but that tells me nothing. Wait, we can teleport to you, can we not? Wait. No, I don't think we can. We actually have to find you. That's for this. I genuinely don't know whether you can attack ports or not. I think the last time I played it, I ended up killing all these guys at sea. I'm a little bit concerned that we'd have to get a Lord going, but we'll see. Oh, and he's not suffering attrition here either. Well, I guess we'll see. If he attacks, at the very least, it'll make for a pretty epic fight, wouldn't it? You guys, let's end the turn, and let's see if he does anything. In fact, I'm going to put the camera here because I'm very curious. Find out. Hopefully nobody near us moves and takes the camera away from here. Maybe he's just gonna wait here for Noctilus. And Noctilus will sail here soon, right after he goes to Sartosa. As soon as Luthor Harkin takes the location he's currently in, we can leave the rest of the jungles to him. Oh, and it looks like, oh, they got some reinforcements. Oh, wow. Okay, now this is going to make for a worthy cinematic battle. I'm not even sure that we can do this. This is actually, they got some damn nice stuff here. A lot of Saurus, which are pretty damn decent. Pyrrhic victory, eh? I do expect it to be Pyrrhic indeed, but I expect it to be epic. So let's get right to it. Yeah, let's go. Alrighty, here we go. I am very, very excited for this fight. It is going to be a difficult one. Fortunately, we do have a very nice setup in terms of what we've got here. The terrain does favor us quite a bit, in the sense that we're going to set up on the very, very edge. There wasn't actually enough room to properly set this up, as the deployment area was about to like here or something. But we have a place to hide our mortars. We have a place to set up our rear gun line, and then we have a secondary area to set up our our second gun line, I guess, in terms of our boarding crew. We got a nice hill, so we will be they will have to be fighting uphill the entire time, and we got these walls of cliffs around that we can use for to sort of corral the enemy and force them into the killing zone. Anyway, Luthor Harkin is also now first. This will be his first battle on his Terrorgeist, or Deathshriek Terrorgeist, I should say. Pretty cool little fella, covered in moss, or, well, not moss, I don't know, various sea things. Let's go with sea things. Hopefully, Luthor Harkin, his actually color scheme does look a little bit jarring compared to the compared to that of the Terrorgeist, but all good. Anyway, this is the reinforcing army moving in here, and there are a lot of Saurus here. Fortunately, we do have some options for combating them, since they're all going to be moving together like this. Our mortars are going to try to hit them a little bit, although their accuracy is just abysmal. I mean, look at this. We're also going to get our first Deathshriek going down on the enemy. Obviously, it's not a Dragon's Breath. It's not going to do that much damage, but at least it'll do something. A lot of enemies nearby. Let's see. Alright, about 25% damage to one of the Saurus warrior units, and it looks like a little bit of damage to that skin cohort, although obviously that's not as critical as the rest. All good. Oh, there we go. Finally, one of the mortar hits actually lands where we want it to. Anyway, we have also summoned a unit of Rotting Prometheans, which we will use to defend against the enemy Feral Cold Ones. I also want to point out one thing. I did send out the doggos to hopefully wait and then eventually chase down any routing enemy units, but I then later completely forgot about them, and it looks like the Kroxigors are the ones that are going to head out and kill them. The actual battle was a little bit hectic, and thus I just ended up not getting to use those guys at all. Ooh, this first unit of Chameleon Skinks running into and then getting attacked by the bombers, who seem to be quite effective against them. I guess you want to counter Chameleon Skinks with bombers as opposed to general missile type units, because they do seem to be dishing out a little bit more damage than I think the gun line is, at least at first. Anyway, Sacred Kroxigor's jumping in as well, but we do summon a unit of Zombie Pirate Deckhands Bomb. I just want to see what this looks like from our perspective. That's a lot of lizards coming in, especially on this side. Oh, and some dinos coming in as well, a Revivification Crystal, and it looks like the enemy wants to keep its solar engine in melee. Big mistake there, in my opinion. I could have definitely gotten some value out of that if it had kept it to range. Oh, it looks like the Tide of Skjold here are going to get hit by the enemy Basti with Revivification Crystal, but we are going to focus it down with our gunline, or at least two of the units in our gunline, plus the help of one of our boarding crew, who are going to have to do a lot of work this particular episode. Luthor Harkin flying around, just shooting people with his exploding gun right now. Ooh, look at those Feral Cold Ones charging our boarding crew. Of course, they can charge, and maybe they can even do some damage. Actually, it doesn't look like they did any damage at all, but the boarding crew are pretty damn good in terms of their stats. 47 for a zombie unit, I think, is pretty damn solid. I guess these guys are sort of like the... Well, you can't really say that Graveguard are equivalent to Depth Guard, because Graveguard are whites and Death Guard are, I guess, inferior vampires, or lesser vampires, whatever the hell they're called. Vampire Thralls? I think it's Vampire Thralls in Warhammer. Again, my franchise is confused. Anyway, whereas the boarding crew, I guess, are going to be the equivalent of the Graveguard in the sense that they are zombies, but also they probably retain a little bit more of their capabilities than... At least I believe they're zombies. Yeah, they look pretty dead to me. They probably retain a little bit more of their capabilities, just like the whites of the Graveguard do. Anyway, look at that giant pile of Saurus moving in. This is gonna get pretty dicey here. And it's only going to get dicier as we proceed. Ooh, look at those bombers smacking them around. Ooh, and I love the SF, I believe it's an SFO ability, of knocking the enemy away when we get to about half HP or some percentage of HP. And it looks like Luthor Harkin has also moved in to attack that Basti with Revivification Crystal. We want that down as soon as possible. We're also using our Terrorgeist Death Shriek around us to dish out extra damage and reduce enemy melee attack. And oh, hello! Is that a red-crested skink chief? Yes, indeed it is. We got this little guy trying to help out the Revivification Crystal Basti against our anti-large Death Shriek Terrorgeist, in addition to our gunline. So good luck with that. Yeah, Revivification is that, but plenty more enemies where that came from. We're also sending in our Vampire Fleet Captain on his Rotting Promethean. Unfortunately, it does not have a lot of melee defense, only 40, so it's not going to be nearly as capable on the defense as an actual unit of Rotting Prometheans, which are very, very much defensive, which I find a little bit strange. There's a Saurustide veteran who is going to attack him. We do try to decrease his vigor via the power siphon of Luthor Harkin, but still quite dangerous. Over here, our gunline is focusing down. As you can see, the enemy Kroxigor's got to take down the enemy biggest threat, as I do believe we can hold the line against the enemy Saurus with our boarding crew, at least to a degree. Our Tide of Skjold are going to be sacrificed. You can see that they're all dying here just to hold back the enemies, together with Summoned Drowned Dead from our Vampire Fleet Captain, with the lure of vampires, as well as the two sets of bombers, both of whom I believe are dead. And look what we're holding back here. This is almost like fighting the Skaven here, or I guess fighting skinks, who are generally more numerous, but this is almost all Saurus. Quite scary. And there we go. They are now engaged with the boarding crew, and they have some much nicer animations than the boarding crew do, I gotta admit. Luthor Harkin gonna lift off and fly around as well. I do believe it's time for him to get another Death Shriek going right into the middle of the enemy formation. Once again, not going to do a crazy amount of damage, but it's fairly nice explosion, as well as some splash damage right in the center of this. So well done to Mr. Harkin. Our gunline's still able to fire untouched by or for now, as well as our mortars. So really, really grateful for the terrain that we were able to get here. I was originally planning to set up here, but then I saw this this little cliffside, and I was like, oh, this is going to be amazing. Here would have also been good, but unfortunately the reinforcing army came out on this side, and thus we couldn't really take advantage of this. But plus, I think this was better. And anyway, over here, as I said, I completely forgot about the scurvy doggos, and they are going to get absolutely ripped apart by this unit of Karoxes, who are also not going to take very much damage. On the knockback, it doesn't even do much to them as well. Poor little doggos, don't worry, we will possibly revive you at some point. But also, Luthor Harkin's army does need quite the retrofit anyway, so... Anyway, the battle continues, and it looks like the enemy Saurus Scar Veteran is now getting focused down by our gunline, starting to take the damage. He did quite he almost killed our Vampire Fleet Captain of the Lore of Vampires here, which would have been very, very bad for us, as no access to Invocation of Nehek or our ability to summon more Drowned Dead. But fortunately, the gunline do really bring this down, this Saurus Scar Veteran, quite quickly. There we go. I'm not sure that he actually dies here, but he'll certainly get run off the field, essentially. Alrighty, and now Luthor Harkin has actually landed in the middle of the enemy formation. Obviously, this is a risk. I wanted to drop him down to where we could attack some extra enemy units. I believe he was originally also going for this enemy Basti, but also I wanted to get him in a position where he could terrify the entire enemy army, as well as try to apply that Terrorgeist Death Shriek to more of them. Plus, he also has poison attack, so the more he's hitting, the weaker the enemy is. I unfortunately kind of there's the Death Shriek I was talking about, applied to as many enemies as possible. Enemies, rather. What I was saying was, oh, it's just Terrorgeist Shriek. The Death Shriek is the one, I guess, where we use it from the air. But anyway, What I was talking about was I did a little bit not overestimate the enemy source, who are dishing out quite a bit of damage to Mr. Luthor Harkin there. He's at half HP and he is dropping. We are going to get an invocation of the heck on him to keep him alive, but it's certainly gotten a little bit dangerous at this point. The gun line is still alive and holding, but it is the boarding crew that have become the melee units. They're still getting some shots off, as we can clearly see. Damn it, camera, stop moving around the trees like that. It's irritating. Yeah, these guys still getting some hits in, but they are starting to get depleted in terms of their HP. The enemy is also being applying a decent amount of javelins from its skink cohorts. I'm reasonably happy with the boarding crew and their ability to hold those. 73 melee defense on these guys now. Quite nice. Quite nice indeed. Although they are definitely starting to run out of HP. Obviously, some depth guard would have really helped here, as they could have done a number on the enemy source. Over here on this flank is probably one of the better positions on the map, because one of these gun lines is able to fire right into the sides of the enemy source. And we also, and I did miss this a little bit, we got a Wind of Death going through the enemy formation of skink cohorts. As you can see, they're all damaged. That was from that, and I believe a few of them also tried to run off the field or otherwise got damaged. And we got some more damaged ones over here. The mortars are also firing at the skink cohorts and not at the enemy source, simply because the accuracy is so atrocious without any gunnery whites and with the low chevrons that they have, that I'm more concerned about the enemy, or about the mortars hurting us than they are about hurting the enemy, as we need to hold this line for as long as possible to keep allowing the gunnery mobs to keep dishing out the armor-piercing damage. Although it's not like these guys do have a crazy amount of armor. 50 is still pretty damn decent. Look at all those swords. Also, Luthor Harkin, as I was saying about underestimating the enemy, or the enemy source there, did get quite hurt, and ooh, just oh, that little execution of that exploding bullet, ooh, and takes the head off of this Saurus Scarvet. Very nice, Luthor Harkin. I'm glad at least didn't miss that one. Yeah, and he flew off, just barely managing to get out. I really wish he had an explosion ability that would allow him to lift off. Would have really helped him not getting stuck in that very dangerous position. Otherwise, we're going to float him right back over our line and keep buffing our allies, as well as now he can just apply extra damage to the enemies with his exploding shots right into the enemy formation or the enemy blob. We're also being very careful with our vampire captains, and I honestly feel like it turned out, weirdly enough, that the Rotting Promethean vampire captain was actually a little bit less tanky than the one that doesn't have one yet, interestingly enough. And yeah, it's a larger target, but it seems that Charlotte took way less damage despite being in melee against the Saurus, and she was holding the line with the plank walkers over here for a while. Although, to be fair, this vampire fleet captain, Mary, also got beat up by that Saurus Scarvet, so it's kind of hard to compare. I'm gonna need more, I'm gonna need to test it out a little bit more. Anyway, just gotta keep holding the line. Luthor's floating overhead and gunning down the enemy Saurus, but what a nice battle, eh? I'm really glad we fought this. Turned out pretty glorious. Especially as Luthor Harkin's army isn't all that strong as yet, does not have those elite units, and still had a lot of very basic trash troops. And there we go, another one of those Terrorgeist Shrieks going down, once again reducing enemy speed, reducing enemy melee defense, and dishing out additional damage to the enemy. Beautiful. Oh, and it looks like our Vampire Fleet Captain's moving back in. Luthor Harkin hovering overhead, and I believe... Does he have another breath, or maybe he's just, I think he's just shooting people. He still has plenty of ammunition, after all. And at this point, the balance of power is actually shifted in our favor, which is going quite well. A lot of the enemies are routing. They are going to come back. And I just want to point out, if this had been Noctilus's army, I feel like the enemy army probably would not have even reached us and gone into melee. They might have reached the two Necrofex Colossi, but otherwise. Oh man, huge difference about the Super Elite army versus the non-Super Elite, but still good. This made for a pretty damn fun battle, so I'm not mad about it. And the battle should be just about over, and yes, it's still pretty dire as a lot of our boarding crew are damaged, but you can see now all the enemy units that are beginning to rout. The chain rout, I think, is either here or very close to being here. The enemy is wavering, exhausted, and I think, yeah, army losses are there. There we go. There's the chain rout. Bounce of power is going, and it looks like the enemy is done, which means we are going to chase them down. One of the great benefits of the boarding crew, like the zombie pirate gunnery mob, is that they can run and fire, run and gun, and chase down the enemy units. They may still be fairly slow as zombies, but they can certainly dish out some damage as they chase down units, especially the slower Saurus. They probably would not be able to catch skinks, but this is still pretty good. Gotta deplete the enemy numbers as much as possible while we're here. Alrighty, we can watch this for a few seconds as the enemy keep running away and keep getting taken down. But we're going to speed it up because this is going to take a while. There's a lot of enemies running away here. Oh man, that was very close though, I gotta say. The various boarding crew got very badly hurt. Mary almost went down, and yeah, the plank walkers were down to 41 units and like 15% HP or something like that. Definitely came down to the wire, but hey. Glorious battle. Over here also, Luthor Harkin's going to chase down an enemy unit of Croxagors, trying to deplete their numbers, although it's going to take him quite a while. He's not super effective, although the Shriek does reduce their speed considerably and does make it a lot easier for him to chase them down. Hey, and one of them got executed by his pistol attack as well. Well done, Harkin. I'm actually curious to see whether he can bring these guys down fully. I'm not really controlling him at this point because I was keeping track of the various zombies instead, the boarding crew rather. Alright, oh damn, it looks like they're gonna survive. 7 models is definitely enough for the unit to survive, even if they did drop in HP quite a bit. Anyway, battle is over. It looks like there's only a few enemies left with a considerable number of troops, and we should be able to chase them down and finish them off in a few seconds. We also don't have the numbers to fire as much as we used to at this point, even when we can keep the pace with the enemy. Saurus Spears, yeah, see how long it's taking just to bring them down? And these guys have pretty good missile strength when they have their missile strength maxed out due to the more powder, but like this, not so much. Oh, and they don't have Midnight Cutlass anymore as well, so they're a lot weaker. Alrighty, Saurus, you are the last on the field here. We're going to once again Terrorgeist Shriek you to slow you down, and Luthor's going to shoot you a few times with his explosive pistol, and then drop down on you as well. I think this unit, unlike the other unit of Croxagors that he chased, will not survive, and the battle will be over. There we go, a lot of extra kills. Let's see, we lost 1,500 of our units. Actually, a little bit less because we did summon Drowned Dead, I want to say 2 or possibly 3 times. Alrighty, a Pyrrhic victory, and a Pyrrhic it was, I definitely agree. Several of our units were destroyed. The Scurvy Dogs, all the Bombers, as well as the Tide of Skill, but damn it if it wasn't a worthwhile battle just for the crazy fun. Alrighty, I'm really glad that we fought this instead of backing up. That was a very, very fun battle holding that high ground. Really do wish that we had better artillery pieces, but hey, 30k damage and 32k damage at the end of the day, not too bad. A little bit unfortunate about the dire doggos, or whatever they're called here, scurvy doggos rather. I completely once again forgot that they even existed, and thus they were very much destroyed. But oh well, what can you do? Otherwise, and I just realized something. No, it's fine. It's just an issue with the cinematic battle thing, but it's okay. Anyway, what we've got over here is loss of the Tide of Skewed, not a big deal. A loss of the Zombie Pirate Gunnery Mob Bombers, again, not a big deal. We needed some units to hold the line as melee before the boarding crew did, because the boarding crew wanted to fire their guns first, and they did get to fire their guns. But otherwise, yeah. Alright, let's see how much damage. Ooh, 88k damage on Luthor Harkin. Very nice. 23k on the Vampire Allure Captain as well, which is pretty damn good, just by virtue of the fact that That's a single cast of Wind of Death moving through the enemy line of skinks. These guys are unfortunately still quite alive, though. We didn't chase as many of them off as I would have liked. Let's assimilate the captives, I think. They will, I guess, back out. Is that army dead? Oh, and we got ourselves another... oh, you are able to attack this. Okay, we're going to have to summon a lord to defend this next turn, I guess. Or this turn. I'm actually curious. I really would like to know what's in your army. Wait, oh, it's under siege. Oh, that's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting indeed. Enemy killed in battle, yada yada yada. Great hoard of treasure, we may be uncovered. Settlement besieged, galleon's graveyard. Yes, I'm just curious. I'm going to cancel this attack. Okay, it's not that bad. I thought it would be much worse. We do have... Yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to do this just fine. In fact, we'll probably... In fact, yeah, you know what? I'm going to call this episode here, and... Oh, yeah, we're quite out of time. And we'll just have to fight this at the start of next episode. I feel reasonably confident that we can win this. A little bit annoying about the sheer amount of artillery that the enemy have, but we do have the Mourngulls, which do have stock, and then so do the Sirens as well. So we can attack them with these guys and then face the rest. We also have a couple bloated corpses, which I guess we can use to destroy the enemy melee line. Pretty reasonably confident that we can win this, but we'll have to wait and see. Next time, hopefully we don't lose the Galleon's Graveyard / the Maelstrom, but who knows, it could always go badly. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback with regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.